Why not? Why not go live 20 minutes earlier than the scheduled broadcast? I haven't streamed since, when did we play? Saturday night. So I thought, it's time. I'm sure some of you will be eager to have a chat about the mid-season draft tonight, talk about some of the prospects that we're looking at with our two selections. So come on right in. We'll have a chat and we'll sit together through this mid-season draft and welcome some players. I imagine we're going to graduate at least one player from the VFL squad, so that will be exciting to garner someone through via our VFL system. They've been performing well as a team. Individuals are doing their job in there, so let's acknowledge their form, and why not? I mean, when you bring in players from your own system, it's definitely going to help their transition to the first team. They're going to be familiar with the system, so that's important. Just opening up Twitter to see if there's anything here. Anything of note here? Nothing so much, right? Collingwood are going back to the US. The Magpies are one of 5 clubs heading to the US Combine in search of the next Mason Cox. Plus lots more in inside trading. Interesting. Okay. Righto. Stefanos, how are we? I'm good. Yasu Christos. Let's hope we get another Ned Long, says Eugenio. Yeah. Mate, if we can get another Ned Long. We've done so well in the mid-season draft, time and time again. So we trust the lads, like Manny says, full trust in Lepa Yasure. Ella, jump in the Discord. Are you in now? Where's Manny? Why are you not in the Discord already? If you guys want to have a chat on the show, Millie, good, how are you? Welcome. Kynan, here he is. Everyone, welcome. Okay, let's grab the Discord code for those who haven't before. Have a say on the show. Bang. Control, paste. And we'll pin that as well. Pin message. I want to know where Manny is. I want to hear his beautiful voice. All right. Hello to Manny.
Oh!
Nato.
Ella!
Hello there, Sipna.
Hello there, I'm awake. What are you doing?
What's going on, man?
What are you doing, buddy?
Where have you been since Saturday?
Where you fucking been today?
I know.
You fucking... I saw your video on Ali, Muhammad.
What do you think?
Hey, he's got a few good qualities, very raw. Like you said anyway, it's very raw there. It's raw as fuck.
Yeah. I'm just worried if we don't go for him tonight. I'm worried he goes in the national draft. That's all.
Yeah, but it's gonna take a long time there. We're better off getting ready-made players, man. He's too raw. He's got a big problem as well. He's got this thing of knocking the ball back to the forwards. You do that in the AFL, the small forwards will snap 10 goals.
Yeah. But don't you like how he's trying to take every mark, though?
Yeah, he's raw. He's like TJ. He's raw. He's real raw, you know. He drops marks as well. He tries to mark the ball and it drops.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's like you said, he's raw. He hasn't got a great wealth of footy experience, but all the traits that you want in a medium-sized defender, they're there.
Yeah, he's just raw.
Okay.
He's got the height. He's athletic.
Dithelis, put a name on it. You want ready? What do you want, Dithelis?
No, I'm just saying we're better off getting a couple ready-made players, like a Longy or something like that.
Well,
I don't know. I've looked at the draft. I've already looked at the draft too much. I'm worried about Hawthorne this week. I'm worried about the draft too much. The picks we pick up tonight, they're not going to play this year.
Probably not. But if that's your bottom line, should you not bring Rod Ali in then?
If you want to, depends what other defenders are out there. I don't know. Have you seen any?
So we've got 2 picks, right? We will definitely take at least one of our VFL pies in Josh Brown, who's an inside-out midfielder, came to the Collingwood Football Club as a winger, but he's developing some really good inside craft. Had that really good game against Matt Rowell in the preseason. Remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you guys can't hear him. Hold on 1 second. Manny, let me fix this. Just ignore me. Talk again?
We're going to start again now.
Yeah, no, that's all right. No, that's all right. That's all right. We're good. So Josh Brown is one of the options, and then Riley Mason, everybody's pretty keen on a key forward. I see that. I see, he's probably, if we don't take him, he'll go somewhere else. But we're pretty good, like, with our key forwards. I mean, I understand that a lot of our key forwards are older now. So to have Charlie West and Riley Mason, that would be conducive to our list in the long term. Righto.
What's our first pick? It works for the latter position, eh?
8 and 13, I believe, something like that.
Doesn't work off the latter position.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. We're like the last pick essentially.
Oh fuck me.
But there's not many clubs. I think there's only 7 or 8 clubs that have space.
That's all right. We might find another Ned Long or something. Don't worry, they're looking deep. Leopard's been looking. Don't worry about that. It might be a surprise. It might be someone you haven't heard about before.
They did that last year, didn't they, with Ilaru Smith?
Yeah. It might be someone we haven't even heard of it before. Then we'll just pick some couple players. Looks like Mr. Finney boy is going to get his paper stamped.
Finlay McRae.
Yeah, he's gone.
See you later.
Yeah, well, he had his chance, mate. He played enough games. He didn't show nothing.
The shoulder Rico doesn't help. I think is that his second Rico?
Huh?
Is it his second Rico? Finlay, his shoulder, or nah? First.
Nah, first one.
Okay.
He played last year. Do you remember?
I remember that, man. I remember.
Yeah, he played a couple of games. Done fuck all.
Besides the West Coast game, he had a good game. West Coast, he had a good game.
Yeah, West Coast. Man. We don't judge players on shit kickers. Are you doing the magnets tomorrow, or you're just doing this tonight? That's it.
Come on, bro. Disappear for a few days. You think I'm just gonna write off shows now as well?
No, I'm just saying that so we can talk about Hawthorne today.
Yeah,
we've got time.
Yeah, we'll do magnet, bro. We'll do magnets tomorrow, 100%.
I thought you just wanted to talk about drafts tonight.
Like magnets is tomorrow though, because the teams don't come out till tomorrow.
Yeah, I know, but that's why. Do you just want to talk about draft tonight, or you want to talk about Hawthorne as well?
Look, we'll lead into the draft because there's a few questions in the chat, and then because the draft doesn't start till 6:30 anyway, so we can go to and from anyway. So I know you've got some ammunition on Hawthorne. Don't worry, mate. Don't worry.
Oh, I've got big ammunition on Hawthorne, mate. Don't worry about that. I studied them the other day. Yeah, I watched the replay against Brisbane.
Oh, okay. All right. Hold your thought for a second. So, Chris Cassette says, righto. Peter G says, we are linked to Smokey Roan Steele from West Perth. Okay. Roan Steele. Let's have a look at some of his stats anyways. The Waffle's probably the third strongest local league. You go VFL, Sample, then Waffle, right?
Yeah, but Waffle's dangerous. Waffle's dangerous because you got the go home factor. You don't get the go home factor when they're Darcy Cameron's age, right, 30. You don't really get the go home factor because he's set up his life here and he's not worried about going home now. He's old. He's not worried about going home. What's he going to do back with his parents now? It's the young players you have to worry about. They're the ones that get homesick.
Okay. So, Roan Steele is 24. He's played 7 games in a Waffle, averaging 22 touches, 5 marks a game. I think it seems like he's a halfback flanker. Roan Steele. How old is he? I mean, how tall is he? Roan Steele. Hold on. He's 183. Very slender. Is he from Melbourne?
Yeah,
he played at the Casey Demons, bro. He played at the Casey Demons.
Yeah, it must be a midfielder. How many mids you want to bring in? They're going to be in the VFL. How's they going to get it? How's they going to get a game?
Yeah, look, I don't know too much about this guy. I don't know if we can do an analysis on him. I don't know if that's possible. Yeah. Back on track says, keep up the great work. Need more shows. Big body.
We're just better off getting a key forward, and get a defender.
Look, Peter G, I don't know if Roan Steele qualifies as a big body mid. He's 183, 78 kilos. Is that big to you?
If you're gonna get a mid, he's got to be young, because if you get a mid now that's 20, 24, 25, by the time he gets an opportunity, he's gonna be past his prime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you got to find a mid. If you want to get a mid, you got to find a mid that's 21, 22.
We got Josh Brown, bro.
Otherwise, by the time he gets
perfect. You know, have you been watching any of the VFL, bro?
No, I don't watch one game. I watched the GWS game before our game, just to kill some time.
Yeah. Jack Hayes. I'm searching Jack Hayes, but wait, hold on. Hayes. Hold on. Let's see. Hayes. Jack Hayes has 5 goals in a sample. Riley, I can't see any of his stats in the sample here, so I don't know if that's accurate. But anyways, apparently we were over in Perth to watch him. Okay. Keep up. Yep. All right. Malaka, tell me about Hawthorne. What have you done? What have you done? What's going on?
All right. One more before we go to Hawthorne.
All right.
At the last year's draft.
Yep.
Right, we drafted Ned Long. We kept him. He's bursted into the team. Which other player stayed in our side? They got their listed, eh? What's his name? Got their listed from St Kilda. What was his name?
Vital.
Yeah, Vital gone. And who else did we pick up? We picked up someone else as well last year.
Smith.
3 players we picked up.
Just Smith, bro. Smith and Ned Long in the mid-season draft.
Yeah, it was so we done all right last year. We got 2 good players.
Do you know they got Smith playing in the back line
Ned Long
in the VFL?
Ned Long's a bargain pick, mate. We're laughing. Don't you worry about that. That's a beauty. That's what I'm saying. See his age? When we picked him up, he was 21, but he busted into the team early.
It's a good age bracket, that's for sure. Josh Brown, let's have a look. I just want to have a look at his stats.
It's the coach there. I'm telling you, mate, it's the coach, mate. The coach knows how to develop, mate. That's what it's all about. You've got to give these kids confidence, mate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to nourish them, mate. You got to put water. You got to nourish them. You got to give them. You got to give them full authority to go out there and do damage. Anyways, Hawthorne. I'm telling you, they're shaky. They're shaky. I watched them the other day against Brisbane. I watched a replay.
Why?
Their kicking game's gone. Their kicking game's gone. We need to press up high on them. We need to press up high. We can't give them the outlet kick out of defence. The angle outlet kick. If we let them get their kicking game going, they're gonna cut us into ribbons. We're gonna push right up on them, and the pressure has to be high. And McDonald, your rat's tail is gonna get cut off on Friday night, buddy.
By who?
Who?
Yeah, Malaka, by who? Who's going to cut off his rat tail?
We're going to cut it off, mate. The Collingwood Football Club.
Ned Long, bro. Ned Long's going to chop it off, mate, with one of the tackles.
Ned Long's got a point to prove. Don't you worry about that. You watch him bust that midfield open. And we've got fresh players coming in. 5 fresh players. No excuses whatsoever. No excuses. I want the job fucking done on them. I want payback fucking time. Because we play them later in the year as well. I want the job done on them. If we get the job done on them, then we're laughing. We've got Melbourne, we've got St Kilda, and we've got West Coast. If we win all those games, we lock ourselves into the top 2. We need top 2 this year because you got Brisbane and you got Gold Coast in the top 4. We don't want to travel for finals. We want 3 games at the MCG. We've got to take advantage of it, foot on the throat, and we need top 2 this year.
How many? Do you think 5 changes is too much though? 5 ins?
Nah, they're experienced players, mate. They're experienced players. They're not worried about connection. They'll fit straight in there. They're professionals.
Do you remember the last time we made 5 changes? Do you know what happened? Do you remember? Dimase.
Yeah, who?
Gold
Yeah,
Coast.
who do we bring in there?
Gold Coast last year. We had 5 changes.
But who do we bring in?
Pendles, Degoe, blah, blah, blah.
Nah. I don't think it was Pendles and Degoe.
Pendles was coming back from that bicep. Remember? You heard his bicep?
Well, put it this way: we're bringing in Bobby Hill. He's staying up forward. You're bringing in Pendles and side bottom midfielders, and you're bringing in fucking Dusty Moore's a defender. What connection are you going to lose there?
Yeah, see? Reza in the chat says 5 changes last year killed us last year, but I think our system will hold this year, which is true. And to be fair, a lot of these players that are coming in are coming off. Look, listen.
What would you rather do?
Listen. The difference is, like Reza said, is last year when we brought in these players, they were out for weeks. The players we're bringing in this week, how long they been out for?
1 week.
Yeah, it's no problem.
That's what I'm saying. No problem. It's like you rested them. It's like they've rested.
Yeah.
It's like they had a week off. So that's what I'm saying. There's no excuses. There's no fucking excuses. I want the job done. There's no ifs and buts about it. I want it done Friday night. They better go out there from the first bounce. Not like last week. The pressure has to be up. If you don't put pressure on Hawthorne, they'll cut you to shreds.
Look, I just don't want another Manny 2024 post-game show after Hawthorne. Remember that one?
Oh, you're going to get it. That was a disaster, though. That was lack of effort. No running, no chasing, nothing.
Yeah.
The coach reckons it was the conditions. I'd kill you. It wasn't the conditions because they banged on how many goals? 15, 16 goals on us. Nothing to do with the conditions. They played fine in the conditions. It's because our players weren't chasing and hunting.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. We've got to get the job done.
Do they have any outs or ins this week? Do you know?
No, that Newcomb should have got suspended. He dangerous tackle on that bloke, got nothing.
Got nothing?
And that's it.
He got nothing?
He got nothing.
What about the guy who punched Zorko in the throat? Was it Morrison?
Yeah, nothing as well. Fine.
Yeah, the AFL don't want to impact the game of the week, huh?
Did you hear the other one like here today? Ungettable?
What?
New name, forgettable. Ungettable. Everyone they talk about goes nowhere. Now they're talking about Jamie Elliott going to Brisbane Lions.
Really?
Because he went there in 2019.
For a meeting.
Was 7 years ago, mate. 7 years ago. You know what happened after that? He signed on with Collingwood. As if he's going to go to Brisbane now when he's got 2-3 years left.
What did they say?
And then they're talking about Darcy Cameron. If TDK leaves Carlton, which he will, the Carlton's going to go after Darcy Cameron. You know it.
Interesting.
Why the fuck would Darcy Cameron leave Collingwood to go play at Carlton?
Who said that?
Makes no fucking sense. Gettable. Tell Toomey, that Toomey fucking imbecile.
Why do you listen to this Malachias in the first place, mate?
I don't listen to him. I just laugh at him. That's why I said I want to change the name. Instead of gettable, I want to make it ungettable. That's what it should be called. Ungettable.
Uh-huh. Yeah, good says,
what are you thinking about Hawthorne?
Hold on one sec. Yeah, good in the chat says, can we elevate Leggy back to the AFL list? I'm not really sure how this draft stuff works. So Leggy is a rookie A player on our list. So he's still considered an AFL listed player. This draft, to have space in the draft, you obviously need list spots. And usually, we had a full list going into this year. However, with Reef McInnes out for the long term, we also put Harvey Harrison on the long-term injury list. What do you think about that, Manny? It's been pretty quiet about that.
Because he's got a major injury. He's got ACL.
He had a setback, though, apparently.
He got ACL.
Yeah.
Huh?
He had a setback, apparently.
He got a setback.
Yeah, swelling in the
What
knee.
kind of setback is it? Could be just. Hey, that's all right as long as it's not damaged again. Swelling's all right. Goes down after a couple of weeks. Even Bruzzy, we've got lucky this year. Even Bruzzy snapped the plantar. He snapped it in half. It's gone now.
Yeah.
No more pain.
How good's that?
1 weeker. 1 weeker. We're getting lucky. We're getting lucky now.
It's our year.
We're gonna take the opportunity, take advantage of it, and get the job done.
Has to be our year, bro.
As the top two. Huh?
Has to be our year with that type of luck.
It might be a year.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We've got to lock ourselves in beautifully. If we lock ourselves in before the end of the year, that's fine. We can play maneuvers after that.
Tell me why top 2 is so important this year.
Easy. Top 2's critical. Top 2's critical because I told you, Gold Coast and Brisbane, they're going to make the top 4. We don't want to travel for finals. We want 3 games at the MCG. And if we can get Gold Coast at the MCG for the first final, we'll give it to them easy because they haven't played finals before.
Yeah.
You don't want to travel. You don't want to have to travel to Queensland for your first final, lose that, and then come back to the MCG and you've got to start all over again.
Who do you dislike more, Hawthorne or Carlton?
Now to lock in top 2.
Who do you dislike more, Carlton or Hawthorne?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Is that a trick question? Is that a trick question or what?
They're both my luckers, man.
Fucking Carlton. I despise the fucking cocksuckers. I hate them with a passion, Carlton. They make me sick. Hey, listen. Let me tell you something. You got these pussies, right? All of them. Terry, Tommy, Rocco, Jumper Punch, all these fucking channels. You know what? For the last 5 years, they sit there and they suck about Carlton not winning. I said to them in a message, I said, you know what? If Collingwood's doing that, you know what I'll do? I'll get up, I'll call the media, right? And I'll tell the media, meet me at the Carlton Football Club. I'll have 1,000 Carlton members there, and I'll have them walk outside, and I'll demand answers on what's going on, and I'll demand, number one, that the training facility gets open. What are you hiding? And they sit there and sook all day.
You still watch them though?
Carlton. Who?
You still watch them all?
Watch who?
You're
watch them all.
You're a big fan, mate. What are you on about?
Hey, I watch them all on purpose. You know why? Because it makes me love my club more. When I see how hard they're doing it, and they're talking about everything from the board to the players to the coaches, they got no fucking idea what's going on, mate. Now they got Wright in there, Graham Wright in there. Do you think you got a Collingwood premiership player who's going to go to Carlton and he's going to make Carlton better than Collingwood?
We've seen this story before.
He's gone there for a payday.
We've seen this story before, haven't we?
He's gone there for a payday.
You know, they bring.
We've inserted him in there.
He's our little spy.
We inserted him in there. We've done it on purpose, I'm telling ya. That's how dumb they are. Collingwood put him in there on purpose. We've infiltrated him in there to damage the club, to finish him off once and for all. Yeah, he's an imposter. He's an imposter. It's a Marvel Carlton there, I'm telling ya. He's an imposter. The president put him there. That's why we got rid of him out of Collingwood. What do you think we got rid of him for? We told him we'll pay him to go to Carlton and destroy the club from within. Like the Gestapo. The Gestapo!
What's that?
Hitler's military. There's a Gestapo.
So we've sent Graham Wright. We've sent him on a little bit of an espionage, like we did with Mick Malthouse, have we?
Well, how the fuck are you going to respect Graham Wright if he goes to Carlton now and they win a premiership and get 17 premierships before us? How are you going to look at Graham Wright in the face again? It will sicken me, mate. Absolutely sicken me. I'll disown him. I'll disown him instantly. If he takes Carlton to a 17th premiership, I'll disown him. They'll sicken me to the max. It'll make me sick.
And Dale Thomas as well.
How would you feel about it? You got a Collingwood Premiership player. How would you feel about it? Got a Collingwood Premiership player going to Carlton and getting them their first Premiership in 30 years.
Yeah.
How would that make you feel? Won't it make you feel sick?
I don't know. It'd be an interesting one, but maybe it hopefully doesn't happen.
It's fucking putrid.
Jasure, Jani, Tikanete.
It will never happen.
All right,
What do
Manny.
you think about Hawthorne?
I got other boy that's waiting. I've got to keep it rolling.
Oh, get him on. Get him on.
All right,
Get him on.
Ade, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Kynan.
Hello.
You all right?
That was a lot. That was a lot.
Ah.
That was a lot.
How's your Wednesday going, mate?
Bro, it is so cold. It's not even funny, man. Why is it so damn cold? I'm freezing, man, and I'm huge. I don't really feel the cold. Oh,
What's the weather today in
not even
Adelaide?
funny. Like fucking 5 degrees. It's probably not that low, but it's real cold.
Fair enough.
Bloody freezing though. I'm in like full trackies, UGG boots, jumper. Oh, mate.
All cozied up, ready for the
Yeah.
for the mid-season draft, huh?
Yeah, I thought I might as well give it a watch along. Never actually watched one of these before, so I have no idea how this works.
Any ideas going into it, or not really? Just go with the flow.
Oh, I'm just going with the flow at this point. Well, all I'm thinking is that because Jeremy Howe's retiring, we're going to need some other intercept-like defender. That's the only one I would say is probably a crucial one that we probably need.
Yeah. Did you see the video on Rod Ali? Thoughts, feelings?
I think that I don't think I watched that one yet. I've watched most of the new ones. I think that would just come out.
Ooh. Well, when we're done here, you might have to quickly watch it before
2
the
hours
draft
ago.
starts, bro. You might have to.
Yeah. Nah, I'll put it in another tab. Get it ready.
That's right. What are the other? What are the
Yeah,
other?
nah,
what are the other tabs?
You.
I'm just
and
I'm just
my
kidding,
email.
bro.
That's it.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
What are you trying to get at there?
Nothing,
What are
mate.
you trying to get
Nothing.
at?
Nothing. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Well, what do you think that we need per se from this draft? Well, what's your opinion?
We are in a fortunate position, given where we are right now on the ladder and performance-wise, which gives us, I feel like it gives us a little bit more flexibility in the way we can express ourselves in this draft tonight. 2 picks.
Mm-hmm.
I've said it. I think we go Josh Brown and or Riley Mason. I really, really like Rod Ali. I think he's very athletic. I think he showed for someone who hasn't played a lot of footy, shows a lot of upside. And we don't need these players who we bring in tonight, we don't need them to be ready to go like other clubs. Like we didn't, when we brought Ned Long in last season, had he not injured his calf, he would have played straight away. However, he ended up playing a few weeks later anyways. We don't need that this year. So these players that we take, if we shouldn't we just take the best available talent? If that's the case, then yeah, you can make a strong case for Riley and Josh. You can make a case for Rod and Josh, Rod and Riley. There's the talks of Charlie McCartan. I think I saw somewhere that Nathan Kruger might be going to Port Adelaide.
Nathan Kruger?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a name I haven't heard in a while.
I know. Kynan, Ben Zero says Kynan is on Pies Hub. Thanks for the donation.
Yeah. Whoa.
Pies Hub.
He donated just to say that? Wow.
He's the man. Peter
really
G
funny.
says
What
Ali
a
is
guy.
raw. He could also be a rookie pick later in the year. The thing is, here's my thing with Ali, right, Peter? If he keeps playing, if he plays consistent footy in the way that we saw in that match against Western Jets, I'm just worried that he might nominate for the national draft. if he goes to the rookie draft, cool, we could potentially pick him up. But for Collingwood to bring him into the VFL side to have a look at him, it means he's very close.
Oh yeah, I'm watching the highlights as you see. Yeah, no, he looks pretty. Is he young? 18?
Yeah, he's 19 this year, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah, nice. Oh fuck, he's tall, isn't he? He's lanky.
He's like, man, he's deceivingly long. He's like 186, but he jumps fucking 2 meters in the air. Yeah,
well, we all know why.
He has a basketball background as well, my brother.
Oh, Pendlebury. You
Yep.
gotta get Pendlebury in the back line now.
Yeah.
He's
Imagine
got a
that.
basketball background. Fuck me.
See, JMO says some are saying
man.
Ali will go top 30 in the national draft next year. Do you want to risk that? Do you want to risk that with someone who's 19, raw talent, potential? It just scares me if we don't go for him tonight. That's all.
Yeah, from these highlights, he looks like he reads the. He looks like he goes hard at the ball too.
Yep. And he's jumping. He's winning contests from behind as well. Like you see, he takes a couple marks from like 3-4 back.
A bit like Billy Frampton. I watched that video of you breaking down his gameplay.
Yeah.
Him always winning the contest from behind, never in front.
Yeah, he's a back shoulder guy. He plays on edge. He plays on the edge.
He plays on giving away a free kick most of the time.
It was close. There was a few skeptical ones there, to say the least. You know, a few North Melbourne supporters would see it differently.
Wasn't an arm shot, but he hit his arm by accident.
Yeah. And that's our guy, though. That's our guy, though.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I mean, this Ali guy, he does look really like he looks capable for a 19-year-old.
Yeah,
taking intercept marks.
Well, you know, when we were watching, we watched him, Kynan. You and I, we watched him against who was it? GW. He played against GWS, man.
Did he?
Yeah, we watched it. You wouldn't have noticed. Well, one, because the commentators were calling him 2 Jath, by the way, TJ. So that's one. That's probably one reason.
I do remember.
That's probably one reason why you didn't recognize him. And then he didn't really touch the ball anyways.
There's 2 Jaths on the field.
Yeah.
There's 2 Jaths
on the field. There's two Jaths on the field. That's that the commentators cooked it.
Oh, wait. Is he in our VFL side?
He played one game. He played that one game to have a look at him, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Oh, so we just brought him in for the VFL.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So they're keen.
Yeah, I mean, well, if Leper's looking for him, then I mean, clearly there's a reason.
Yeah, for sure. Peter G says, I'm tipping Ali and Mason to be taken by us. I think if we hold off on Ali, I think we take Mason and Steele from the Waffle or Joshua Brown. Madison says, go Pies. Right. Peter G says, we have been interested in Ali from the start of the year.
All right, hot take though. What if they just put me in the draft and I go play for Collingwood?
Oh, mate, I'd be worried how you'd go after one 50-meter sprint effort, my brother.
Shut your mouth, Anthony.
I'll put you
50 meters.
I'll put you in the goal square.
Yeah, just make me a target, bro.
Are you 6 foot or taller?
I'm 6'4".
Done. You're in.
Done. Put me in the goal square. I'll be an anchor.
You'll be a decoy. That's what you'll be. Yeah. You know,
no, that's fair. Just chuck me in the goal square, mate. I'll just stand there with my hands up.
John Caxo says, if we draft May, that will make him the first stepson pick. So, wait, we had a stepfather. The stepfather of May played for Collingwood. Who's that, John?
Oh, who?
So Archer May is on the table.
Mm. Hey, watch it, Luke. I see you. Good idea. We wouldn't have to listen to him on these streams.
Bang.
You watch it, Luke.
Bang. Shots fired.
Shots fired. Come on. Come back his car park, bruh.
All right. I got a couple more lads. Kynan, anyway, I got to keep it rolling, brother.
Move me on. All
right. Cheers, Kynan.
Easy.
Nicholas, Nick, I think you're on mute. I muted you. Sorry, Nick. How you going?
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, not too bad. Just organizing a gig for next week. So yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh, organizing a gig. Kind of like a gig is like when you you perform music. You know what I mean? A gig.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Just finished organizing. Just recently just finished organizing one.
Okay.
But yeah, but no, looking forward to the mid-season draft.
Do you have your eyes set on anyone in particular?
Oh, Rod has crossed my mind before you made that video. After as we already seen him in the VFL for his first game to check out with the Pies.
Yeah.
So he already caught my attention the way he played in the VFL.
Yep. Against GWS, wasn't it? That's the game we were watching, right?
I think so. What I think so. It was I can't quite remember, but going into this, I've been wondering like what does Fly wants to do? Is he aiming to go for long term with like a what out alley, or want to go for like the here and now and go for like I'll say like for example like a Thomason.
Oh, nah, I don't think Tomlinson would be on our radar anymore just because of Billy Frampton. Reef McInnes is obviously going to be there.
Not Thomason particular, not him particular, but I mean like something for like here and now.
Some coverage.
That's what I'm trying to get. Yeah, to cut like to like cover that McInnes spot, even though we've already done that with Billy, but just my point being is that like are we getting a player for like a long term, or are we getting for a player like for here and now, like ready to go?
Yeah, that's definitely a contingency to look at if Frampton goes down or Darcy Moore goes down. Knock on wood, they don't.
Yeah.
We probably would be short in that department, wouldn't we, in the back line?
Yes. So that's what I'm like going. So, Cray McRae, what do you want to do, man? Do you want to go for a long term with Rod Alley, or are you going for like the here and now and get like a player that is like ready to go? Because though I'm flying now, he's not really after the picks. He's usually after for players that's in the here and now.
Mm-hmm. Yep, spot on. Good point.
We don't know. Maybe. We don't know.
Look, hypothetically, right, say we don't go for a key defender, and hypothetically, look, we've still got Charlie Dean as well. So look, you know what, to be honest, I don't think we actually go for a key defender for the here and now because we still have Charlie Dean there. Yes.
I have Charlie Jean.
Yeah.
Sorry, accidentally said Jean. I mean Charlie Dean.
Yeah, right.
And we've got some new we still got a bunch of youngsters that can fill in the back line as well. But yeah, you are. We only got Charlie. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we only got Charlie Dean because he's probably about like a key size defender. Yeah, not 195. Yeah, 195 centimeters. Yeah.
Yeah, so we shall see. We shall see. How are you feeling about the Hawthorne game?
Nervous. I was a little bit too. Unfortunately, I was a little bit too late to get the fully ticketed stuff. I was a bit busy, and by the time I was going to get to there, it was already sold out. So, just gonna have to watch it at home.
Stephanos says May or McCartan will take pick one. I heard on Twitter that McCartan.
Yeah, what about McCartan? Yeah, I forgot to mention him, but that was like a player that Gettable was talking about as well. Like his could be up on the cards, maybe.
I feel like I saw something today. Paul's VFL mail is the best in the business. Charlie McCartan seems very unlikely to go based on lukewarm interest, but he is in a great VFL program at Geelong, so we'll keep improving if overlooked. Interesting.
What do you think? What do you think, Ant? What do you think that Fly would go for? Would he go for a mid? Would he go for a forward? Would it be for the here and now, or would it be for a long term project?
I
What is
think
your
it comes down
predictions?
to the three players in question are Rod Ali, Josh Brown, and Riley Mason. That's pretty much it. 6:30, Steve-O. So in about 9 minutes, we will.
Minutes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get the. You gotta watch it on the
So-
AFL website.
Yeah. All right. So, I'll probably let you go now, so you can keep things moving before the draft.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it.
All right. No worries. See you guys. Go Pies.
Go Pies. See you, mate. Boomer.
Hello.
How we...
Hey, how are we? All good and cold?
Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad. How are you?
Well, that bit that way. Well, I've got some good news. In response to the mid-season,
Hold on, Boomer. Your reception is choppy.
Am I how choppy? Is it badly choppy? Should get back in or not?
Yeah, it's in and out. Are you in a tunnel or something?
No, mate. Just sometimes our tower went down today, so it could be fucked. I don't know. That's why I'm hoping it's better. Is it good now or what? I've moved a bit.
It seems better now. Yeah.
Okay, well, I've done the final draft of my poem, Too Old and Too Slow. So depending on my reception, I might look at throwing that little 90-second gem at you in the match game.
Yes.
Another thing too, we were talking the other night. I'm sorry, I was yelling. I didn't know I was open about Billy Elliot. I'm going to tell you, Elliot got his name through the movie Billy Elliot. He wasn't Billy the Kid or whatever, even though he's had nicknames. And that got me thinking, because it only became an issue when Billy Frampton turned up. But I'm wondering, who are the Collingwood nicknames? Yeah, like I know Membry, it's called Skunk. And I think what we need to do is in the chat, some of us let us know what different players' nicknames are. I don't know. I mean, I reckon it'd be a bit of fun for the boys in the chat to have up. Yeah, like what players' nicknames are. What are your thoughts on that, Ant?
I'll try rip him out now. So Nick Dacos is Whisper because he talks to the footy. He talks to the footy. Jack Crisp, I imagine, is Crisper. There's not a lot there. Darcy Cameron is Booker. I don't know why. Pendlebury is Dip or Pendles. Darcy Moore, I don't know. Houston is
Dip, yeah.
Houston is Hooter because I guess he hoots the ball. Longy, not too sure. Mitchell, not too sure. Degoe is just Geordie. Sidey is Rusty. Josh Dacos, not too sure. Jezza, Braz. Perryman is Pez. Bugs. Bo McCreary is Bugsy.
Okay, well, we got a few to work with. We'll build it up, mate. Anyway, okay. So look, a couple of things to add on there because for a while that's a bit of fun. It gets the chat interacting as well. That's good for you. But I got a few things that come up. But here's an interesting one: is North Melbourne was 54 points from 3 points down to 45 or whatever it was, with a 54-point turnaround twice now. And you did say, remember last time there were 5 players came, so on. So that's a bit of a thing there. We're in this where we don't want to look 4 on the row like we did last year in that sliding doors moment that turned our season around. So, I mean, that's an important one. And I hope I'm still receiving and sending well. Here's a bit of an interesting one for us all, but the way I'm seeing this game, they got us by 4 points last year, I think it was as well, or something like that, or a huge amount, and they really gave us a pasting. And I think we've got something to prove to them and hammer them back, but then they have lost 2 in a row, so they're going to give us a bit of a chase as well. So I'm looking forward to this game, mate. I'm thinking this is a bit of a sliding doors moment for us. We're going to know where we stand after Hawthorne, I think. What do you reckon?
Do we not know where we stand already, though?
Well, dudes, we lose 4, like Manny said before. We win the next, they do Melbourne. Well, Melbourne are 5, won 4 of the last 5. Hawthorne have lost 2, so they're not going to make it easy for us. But just say we lose 4, well, sliding doors no last year, which we don't want, and I love it. But look, I got to tell you, with regards to Graham Wright, if he goes to Carlton, it would be shades of Rod Marsh, because Rod Marsh, the super cricketer, went to England and managed them, and he turned them from shitheads into a really good side. So we don't want Righty to do that at Carlton. But there's a fantastic story where Daisy tells on Triple M that some guy was around the Melbourne scene who was a Daisy Thomas lookalike, taking advantage of his drink cards and chatting up with him and telling everyone he was Daisy Thomas.
Really?
And anyway, what happens is this guy rang in and he rang the club and said, like, what's the story? Dave's hitting the piss during the season. Ads for the club. It's a travesty, and he's trying to chat up my daughter and all that. And the funny thing about it is, he doesn't give a fuck that this Daisy lookalike is trying to fucking root his daughter. He's more concerned that he's hitting the piss during the season. And then in the comments section after that particular thing, in the comment section, it goes on to then say, yeah, that's Daisy lookalike turned up and was playing for Carlton for a few years too. So, yeah, guys, I mean, we got Carlton coming, but I don't know, I'm looking forward to this game. I'm thinking it's going to be a good one, but I mean, yeah, we're pretty well poised, aren't we, Ant? Would you really want anything? What haven't we done this year that hasn't kicked the box for us?
Look, you know, that to be honest, just thinking on it while you were talking there, we know where we're at, but we have to exercise one of the demons from last year on Friday night, don't we? Which is part of knowing where we stand.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Sure thing.
That's what I think. I think from that perspective, 100%, we know where we are in our window right now, ability-wise, positionally-wise. But can we also get our vengeance on a team that embarrassed us last year? I think that's important because who knows? Hawthorne, they could get it right in the second half of the year, and who knows? We could be facing them in the finals at some point. So you'd want to win to get some sort of mental edge over them.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Because it was a thrashing last year. But I think the game prior to that, which might have been the year before, we only just got over the line, I think, or there was that stint where we lost the 3 games before our flag. We lost 3 in the last 4, and no one's ever done that and won a flag. Well, apart from that one time when we fucking did it.
Yeah.
I think the game earlier in the season, we only just got over them by a goal or 2, but that's when Mitchell had just taken over and they were just starting to find their stride. They're now they were looking good, but now what's happened, they've lost a lot of their organisation up back. I think it's Josh Battle, a couple of their key defenders marking with confidence. And so I think the battle lines is going to be it, mate. Each back line, whoever blinks first, I think is going to be the key thing in this game. It's going to be back line, like one of those old-fashioned rugby league games where the full-backs just keep kicking the balls for each other. And whoever just gets it over the top, you know, Billy Frampton steps up and he stops them getting over and running on for the goal, where Guinea might shine. But then I'm looking forward to that. Are we going to touch up Jack Ginnivan or ignore him? What do you think?
I think he'll get through relatively unscathed. I'm just really hoping that Ned Long gets to put an exclamation point on why they shouldn't have delisted him. Yeah,
you can't buy that sort of motivation, can you? That's a cool thing. Anyway, look, dude. So what's happening? We're coming up to is it the team naming the draft soon? How are we going for time?
Yeah. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open it up on my end. Where is it? Where's the live option? Mid-season draft live. How to watch every pick. Let me check here. Click on it. Late mail, how to watch. Click here for the latest draft news. How can I watch? The only place to watch is on afl.com.au. Well, we're here. And here is the link. Okay. All right, guys, should I share the link? Should I share the link?
It's a good internet. Just said inch long.
Boom up.
That's
I'm going to mute you because your reception is gone. But I'm also trying to give you guys a link to watch.
There's always great stories to come out.
Anyhow, I'll get you as close to the link as possible, guys. So I'll just do this.
In the next hour, so make it.
So let's go here. All right. Chat. How do I close this? That link will get you as close as possible, I believe. How do I close this emoji thing? There we go. Aaron says Ned Long has nothing to prove to Hawthorne. We should thank them for lighting the fuse under his ass. What a revelation. Yep. Look, that's a great point. Because sometimes you need adversity, or adversity is always a part of the story. So if he doesn't get delisted by Hawthorne, does he ever find this opportunity and the form that he's currently relishing in now? And ultimately, yes, when you look back at it, when you're old and you have a few greys in your hair, you're going to be appreciative for Hawthorne delisting you, because he probably wouldn't be where he is today if it wasn't for that initial adversity. But for now, I'm sure there is certainly a part of Ned Long where he just wants to stick it up their backsides on Friday night. Is that not a fair call? Of course, it's not going to be at the front of his mind, Pia, but I just think, there's that pride. There is that pride as well. So if I do this, let's go. I'm going to mute this. Can you guys hear that? Probably don't want you guys to hear that. Yeah, you can. All right, I'm going to have that completely muted. I should have my AirPods, but that's okay. I want Long to bollock his way through their cocky mids. Bit of arrogance on that side, isn't there? That Hawthorne side. Peter G says Long could go huge on Friday night. 30 disposals and numerous score involvements. We had 12 or 15 against North. Like that's huge. That is huge, I have to say. Geez, Essendon have 4 picks in this draft. Ned Long best on ground. Will the footy gods let this happen? It'd be a nice story, wouldn't it, coming out of that game? He's been close to best on, if not the best on, right? So, yeah. Shooter to kick a bag to prove that the Jack Guinea trade was so worth it. There's part of that as well. So Ned Long was taken with our pick 19 in that 2024 mid-season draft. We've had Ash Johnson, John Noble. At other clubs, you've got Marlon Pickett, Jai Newcomb, who have done well with their careers. Dees says, I want to see our defenders put a hit on those cringe small forwards. Reza says, I can see them trying to go the man, especially Nakos, to fire them up. We shall see, right? We shall see. Close this. Any news on Twitter? Any late mail? Let's see. I wonder how quickly they're going to go with these picks. Let's find out. What are they saying? Well, John Noble is probably, is John Noble one of the only players or the first player in a mid-season draft to ever have hit 100 games? I think that's what they're talking about right now. John says, Long plays with so much ballistic ability. Everything he does is with power. Handballs, rocket 20 meters to clear the congestion. Kicks rocket off the boot, low and hard. His handballing ability is second to none. I think that's one of his greatest assets right now. Who needs to kick when you can handball at 20, 30 meters like Ned Long? Into space. Into space. I think I'm going to get my AirPods. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm not getting my AirPods. Gold Coast superstar John Noble. Been seeing people call them the Bollywood Hawks. Some people have been saying they're the Dorks. DAWKS. All right, come on, let's get this draft underway. Come on. How do we press fast forward and get to our selections? That would be nice. Come on, while we're here, what are your predictions? Who are we taking? Who are the 2 players you want? Who are the 2 players that we want? Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Tom McCarthy's been taken with pick 1, okay. Pick 1, gone to West Coast. Port Adelaide will draft Nathan Kruger, former Pie, says Mark. That's what we've been hearing. So this guy's been playing for Richmond. He came from higher, okay. Riley Mason and Brown, says Stephanos. Nick says, don't know enough about the talent pool. I'm trusting your judgment. Don't let me down. I don't think I'll be too far off the mark, I'd like to think. The pool isn't massive, so that helps. Like, you got Kruger who's in there. You've got McCartan. You've got, like I said, Riley Mason, Josh Brown, Rod Ali. You got McCarthy, who's now gone. You got May. That's a nice little mascot they got cooking over there. How good's that? How old's McCarthy? John says, does Parker keep his spot this week to play on Wizard, or would IQ get the key job? I don't know. Some part of me thinks there's a chance Will Parker stays in the side, but a lot of you are saying Lipinski stays in. So there you go. Zach Banch to North Melbourne at 2. Zach Banch from the Werribee Football Club. Riley Mason and Josh Brown will go internal. Bit of grunt. Kruger might be a decent player. I think, like we said, we're hearing that he's going to go to Port Adelaide. Will Bytel go to Carlton? Let me see. How's he going? I think he's playing for Coburg. Is he playing for Coburg? Let me check. Bytel. He's averaging 26 touches a game. He's played 3 games so far. 10 contested possessions. No goals. He's playing okay. He's playing good footy, averaging 6 tackles a game. Look, you know what you get from Jack Bytel, don't you? But you think Carlton will be looking, like, if they're going to bring anyone in, they want good ball users. I don't know if Bytel would classify as a good ball user. He's operating at 45% kicking efficiency at the moment in the VFL. So imagine at AFL level. Not too sure. I can't share this because I feel like I'll get copyrighted, Manny. Pretty sure I'll get copyright. Pies need another ruckman. Who's available that the Pies might get? I don't think we'll go for a ruckman. I don't think so. Pick 3. Voidoid, how are you so far ahead of us? How are you doing that? Don't do that. You're like 30 seconds ahead of us. I'm going to refresh my browser. Harrison Ram from the sample. So the picks are going quick, so we'll find out pretty quickly who Collingwood take. Yeah, I've refreshed it now to see where we're at, how far behind I am, Voidoid. Archie May is what the Pies have their eyes on. He hasn't been picked up yet. Pies should draft Harrison Ram. He's gone now, Mark. He went at pick 3. Pick 4, Flynn Young. Number 1 was McCarthy. Voidoid, I think we're all caught up now. I think we're up. I'm at your pace. Flynn Young from Carlton. Yeah, I don't think the recruiters, they're not going to miss on whoever we take. Flynn Young. Interesting. Looks like we'll get Mace as Peter G. So did he play for Richmond's VFL side last year? And who's he playing for now? You'd think Essendon will take another key, won't they? With Langford out as well. I know he's more short term, but they're missing players, aren't they? Next pick, Footscray. Bulldogs. I'm at pick 4. I'm at pick 4 right now. May's a key forward. I think he's playing in a waffle at the moment. He's averaging like 2 goals a game. I mean, the stats don't scream out to me, but I haven't watched his games per se. Subiaco. I saw Trey Rusco's averaging like 4 goals a game for South Fremantle. Anybody see that? Did you guys notice that Rusco's taking the absolute piss? The Bulldogs take Michael Selwood. Okay. So maybe May goes to Essendon. Yep. All right. So pick 5 is done. Interesting. I wonder if this guy goes in straight away. No spoilers in chat, malakas. Yeah, Voided. I think some people might be behind, so just maybe don't put in a chat who's been selected. They might take Mason. Imagine that. A pluck Riley Mason. Sino Swooper, evening. How are you? All right. Thing is, like, would you, if Collingwood have already, if people know Collingwood are interested in their VFL players in their system, would another team be bold enough to take them? Bombers go Ruckman for sure. Would it be Crosley from Southport, do you think? Okay. Essendon take Archer May. There you go. He's off the table. There you go. Essendon get Archer May. So he's off the table. Cross him off the list. So the pool gets a little bit smaller, doesn't it? Let's see what's happening. Collingwood released insider debutants first AFL game, so that'll be exciting. Why not? Archer is a diehard Pies supporter. He would be crying now. That's unfortunate, isn't it? Sad beans. 10 players above 190 centimeters more that are out right now for Collingwood. For Essendon. That's crazy. Do we take Ali at our first pick? That would be interesting. Or look, I think people on the safe side are saying Riley Mason goes first. So let's see how we go about this. I wonder. Woo. That's why we hate Essendon, says Peter. Fly will have the phone numbers ready to call. He loves it. He sure does. Kruger has not been selected yet. Kruger has not been selected, but I think Port have a number of picks, so I don't think anyone will be rushing to select Kruger. So I think Port are safe with that. Oscar Adams, pick number 7. Mohammed. Big boy, Oscar Adams. From, what's this? Sample, is it? I'm pretty sure Kruger is from Adelaide, so it makes sense if he's to go to Port Adelaide. He's from Adelaide, isn't he, guys? Come on, pick 8. What do we got? Port have pick 11. Maybe Kruger then at 11. I mean, there has been talks about Kruger to the Pies, but I wonder if that's died down. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? We're pick 8. We're up next, Luke. Come on. Pick number 8. Collingwood, select. Roan Steele. There you go. Someone here was right about Rowan Steele. Who was it? Peter G. Wow. He's 24, plays in the waffle, averaging like 20 touches a game. Running back. West Perth. Interesting. Okay. So they like Rowan. Okay. Is he a midfielder? 183, big-bodied mid, someone said. Big-bodied mid. He's 24. He's averaged 20-odd touches. He's kicked just under a goal a game in the waffle. All right, let's look into him. Let's have a look. Maybe an analysis is due. So the West Australian reported that Collingwood makes late play at gun waffle recruit. That was 1 day ago, but I can't open it because it's behind a wall. He played for the Casey Demons as well in 2022, 2023, and 2024. He played pretty much all season, didn't he? Yeah, he did. You know, his numbers aren't like crazy, but once again, there's probably things he's doing in game that they like, obviously. Is there anything on YouTube on him? Let's have a look. Hopefully there's something on Roan Steele. Let's see. Roan Steele. Not quite. There's nothing on Roan Steele, so we'll have to, like, as far as the highlights are concerned. So he's initially from Melbourne, I believe, because he played for the Casey Demons. Roan Steele. Did he play Coates Talent at all? Rookie me, maybe? So I'm pretty sure he nominated for the draft last year as well, the mid-season draft. He was put through a medical as well this month at Collingwood. Let's have a look. How's he looking? So he's small, but is he buff? What are we saying? Anyways, we'll see how he goes. We'll watch him in the VFL and see how he fares. I wonder if he plays this week or we'll see. All right, so we're up to pick 10. We're at pick 14. 10 clearances and 2 goals in his last game. Okay. There you go. Maybe a Lockie Sullivan 2.0. We wouldn't go over to Perth to watch him if you weren't interested. Well, that's right. But once again, Peter, like, would you bring Rod Ali into the VFL for a game if we weren't interested in him as well? But yeah, to go to Perth to watch someone is it's a big commitment for someone that you look to bring in through the mid-season draft. So I understand that. That's fair. So pick 10, North Melbourne take Cooper Trembeth. They would not waste their time, correct? How many mids do we need? I mean, if it adds to the pool, it adds to the pool. Peter G thinks Ali will be our next pick. Whoever we pick, just have to trust they meet the upside, need, and attitude requirements. There you go. Ali will be our next pick, reckons Peter. We'll see. Surprised we took another mid-sized player. Well, you have to admit, Fly loves a mid-sized player who's versatile, who could probably play on the wing, half-back flank, high half-forward. Versatility, he loves it. We know Fly loves it. Pick 11, Port Adelaide take Ewan McKinlay. So it's not... Collingwood made an Insta post about Roan with his clip of work. Let's have a look. Let's have a look-see. Let's go have a look at what he's cooking. Okay, so a little bit of forward 50 stoppage work in there. Nice. Okay. All right. Just a good mover. Okay. Look, to be honest, we're probably going to... This is a not really nice goal, though, by the way. On the left foot as well. Okay. It's someone we're going to have to watch in the VFL, and then we'll go from there. But we trust the Pies, don't we? Obviously. Leper hasn't put a foot wrong, so... What's the autocorrect? Feel like America will miss out, but that's a hell of an autocorrect, eh? Okay. All right. So we are up to pick 12. The Bulldogs take Zach Walker. So they've taken an overager from Gippy. So we're 0 for 1 here. We'd want to hope they take a Rod Ali, Josh Brown, or Riley Mason because they've been the talk of the town. Who do we think it's going to be, guys? There's 3 players on our list. Will it be any of them? Pick one. I can't pick. But I'll let you guys pick. I'll let you guys have your guess. What do you reckon? Last thing about it, right? Last year, here's my thought. Last year, we went for Ned Long, who was ready-made. The other one, we went for a more speculative pick in Ilaru Smith. Going by that logic, judging by that logic, we've gone for a player that could do a job this year in Roan Steele. Could we now go for a more speculative pick in Rod Ali? Peter G? Who did Peter G say? Peter G, can you go 2 for 2? Who's the second guy? Who's the second guy, Peter? Talk to me. You're 1 from 1. Can you go 2 for 2? You reckon they'll go for Mason, says John. He's a Pies fan all his life too. That's been a recruiting habit. Ali. Okay, so Peter's going for Ali. All right. So Essendon have gone a ruckman in Lachlan Blakiston. Blakiston? Well, from the waffle, huh? So, wait. We're not pick 14. Are we pick 15? Because this is Gold Coast is next. What do you reckon? Gold seat on pension next year. All right, well, we're getting close. Is there a price of getting 2 from 2? I think people will look at you in a different light now in the chat, Peter. Your opinion's going to be heavily considered more often than not after this. All right, so Gold Coast take Caleb Lewis, pick 14. We're up next with pick 15. Yeah, pick 15. Okay. Yep. We're next up. We're next up, guys. Wow. He kicked 66 goals from 19 games last year, Caleb Lewis. Wow. Okay. Who do we go? All right, the pick is in. Collingwood go with pick 15. Noah Howes. We are 0 from 2. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. We're wrong again. We didn't go for Josh Brown or Ali Mason. Or Rod Ali. Wow. So no house from a sample. Wow. This happened last year as well. He's only 20 years old this year. Okay. Just goes to show how much we know, right? 19 turning 20, 196 centimeters tall. There you go. Tall key forward. We'll do some research. We'll have a look. YouTube. Is there any Noah Howes footage? Let's see. Goodness. 5D recruitment chess. Okay. All right. Well, that is our selections for 2025. Peter G, 1 for 2. Congratulations. Most of us are 0 for 2. Golden Duck. We'll leave it at that. I'm going to make a video on these new